The best present I got you as a kid, what was it?
The best present you got me as a kid was first row tickets, New Kids on the Block, Grove Stadium, Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
What was their big song they did? How'd it go?
Oh, 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 the right stuff.
I tell everybody the tennis shoe story when I showed up at your school with new Michael Jordans.
Let's see, I was probably about 8 years old, and I wanted to go to Celebration Station to ride the go-karts, but I was too short. So what Dad decided to do was get a whole roll of duct tape and just wrap it around my shoes to give me a couple inches, because I was only about 1.5 inches, 2 inches too short. So anyways, we go to Celebration Station. It ended up working. Only a few people noticed it, but the few people that did notice it thought we were crazy. They didn't know what was going on.
Did you ride the ride?
Yeah, I got to ride the go-karts.
So I made you 2 inches taller in about 10 minutes.
2 inches taller in about 10 minutes. Duct tape will fix anything. Don't forget that. Duct tape will fix anything.
And then the time I showed up at your school with tennis shoes.
Tennis shoes, Michael Jordans when I was playing basketball. That was pretty cool too. And also the time that you showed up when I was in elementary school with a Def Leppard tape, a Bobby Brown tape, and a stopwatch. That was pretty cool too.
What all your kids' roommates say about that?
Oh, they loved it. They loved it. And actually the coolest thing was when you picked me up and we went to Disney World, you didn't even tell me we were going to Disney World.
I said, yeah, we're going to take a little trip.
We're going to take a little trip. I thought we were going to go to see my sister in the Outer Banks or something like that, but not that that would have been fun, but Disney World was awesome.
What's the craziest thing I've done as a father?
Craziest thing you've done as a father? There's so many of them.
So many?
There's so many of them. Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, what's the craziest thing you've done? Can you remember anything?
Maybe
You've done a lot. I remember when you used to embarrass me all the time.
How'd I embarrass
you? And I didn't realize it. There were so many times when we'd be around like young girls or something like that, and you would embarrass me. I don't know why I get embarrassed, because now it's funny now that I'm getting a little bit older.
Like,
I remember you would just like you would say something like, "Hey, pretty girl, my son thinks you're pretty," or something like that, and I would be like, "Oh, Dad, what are you doing?"
How about the stink bombs? When
the stink bomb story. So we were. I was in the 6th grade. It was me, 2 of my friends, 2 of my best friends that I was in school with at the time. We went to go see a movie. I forget what the movie was, but we stopped by this old store in Winston, and Dad decided to get some stink bombs. So,
well, tell everybody what a stink bomb is.
Stink bomb is, it's a little glass capsule. You throw it down, it disperses this odor once it breaks that is just obnoxious. Like you got to leave the room. So anyways, we're all sitting there in the movie. All of a sudden, Dad pulls one out of his pocket and throws it and tosses it, and it lands right beside this family. It was a husband, a wife, and 2 kids. The husband was actually he was very overweight, and all of a sudden it starts smelling, and the whole family gets up and goes and sits on the other side of the theater because they thought it was him.
And the father was shaking his head. I didn't do anything.
Yeah. Oh, it was so funny. That's probably the funniest thing that's ever happened right there.